In November 2014, the UPDF spokesperson broke the news of the arrest and detention of Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye's political AD in the DRC. Since then, this illegal detention and cry for justice has remained in limbo amidst government silence on extradition. Efforts to have the UPDF spokesperson Pade Ankunda, who broke the news of his arrest in November, respond on the progress were futile, but while on phone he confirmed the government and the Defense Ministry has a process in progress for the DRC government to have some Mugumya and 4 others detained in Congo, taken to court and charged in accordance with the offenses committed but fall short of naming the charges. The lead counsel of the legal team said to whom some Mugumya received justice despite the informalities between the DRC and the Uganda, believes it's a fiasco since government seems to be complicating every aspect. The team is considering to apply for justice.
It's a gross violation of international law. The way the matter is being handled is not in line with the dictates of the international law. Because if some is treated as a criminal, there are processes that they have to follow.
Sam Mugumya's mystery, according to Elias Lukwago, remains a conspiracy of the 2 governments of Uganda and the DRC.
On the side of the government of the Republic of Uganda, they are doing a very, very big disservice to Sam Mugumya. They are giving a very, very big disservice to the people of Uganda and to the international law. Because surely, how can a citizen be detained for several months without being produced before the courts of law, and you are not giving him consular services? That's very, very unfair. It's illegal and absurd, so to speak.
There are confirmed reports that his health conditions in a military detention has deteriorated drastically. The DRC North Kivu commander said Sam Mugumya was being held with 4 others for illegal entry, but since November 2014 his country has never charged him either or extradited him to be charged in Uganda to date. However, extradition is the official process whereby one country transfers a suspected or convicted criminal to another country. Between countries, extradition is normally regulated by treaties. Through the extradition process, a sovereign, the requesting state, typically calls or makes a formal request to another sovereign. If the fugitive is found within the territory of the requested state, then the requested state may arrest the fugitive and subject him or her to its extradition process. The extradition procedures to which the fugitive will be subjected are dependent on the law and practice of the requested state. However, on what can be done, Lukwago reveals that the government had breached all rights and its international obligation in existence by holding Mugumya in detention for more than 4 months.
The continued detention of Sam Mugumya is illegal. It breaches not only the laws of DRC, the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, but international conventions like the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the National Convention on Civil and Political Rights, and other international legal instruments.
He said the legal team was in advanced stages of traveling to the Democratic Republic of Congo, but also needed the cooperation of the Ugandan consular in the DRC.
We are doing everything possible within our means to ensure that we secure his freedom. Once we set off to go to DRC, it's not a wild goose chase. You don't want to go in a mission impossible.
Such absence of the international obligation and the desire for the right to demand such criminals from other countries has caused a web of extradition treaties or agreements to evolve. Anand's Mark Tabaruka, WBS Television.
Sam Mugumya, the political assistant to Uganda's leading opposition figure, Dr. Kizza Besigye, has been locked up in a Kinshasa jail, the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo, for close to 10 months now. I filmed him around the city of Kampala and followed him to Dr. Besige's palatial home in Kasangati. Mugumya struck me as a tenacious and driven character who has since felt the wrath of the current government that has beaten and charged him with bogus crimes, thrown him in jail more than 60 times. The following documentary is far from complete, but it might give you a glimpse into the personality of Mugumya, his views on human rights, and the causes he's been fighting for since his university days in the late 90s.
What makes us different from animals is freedom. I know that there are some dogs that live a better life than many Ugandans. If you, for example, see the life of a minister's dog, it eats better food than most Ugandans. At least it eats 3 meals a day.
If you meet President Museveni now, what would you tell him?
I would tell President Museveni to understand that civility is not a sign of weakness, and that he is a servant of Ugandans and not their master.
Do you ever fear for his life sometimes?
Sometimes we do, because of his extra courage, extreme courage. He finds himself in situations that you cannot imagine. He's 33 years. He has been brutally arrested for almost 40 times. He has been in every prison in Uganda.
Which prison are you in?
It's called Ndolo Military Prison. Actually, I was arrested from Ishasha. Ishasha is on the Chihihi side, Kanungu side. We entered, but we didn't have official documents because we were basically running away. So what happened was that I had some temporary documents of here enable me get through, and then when we had just entered the Congo, we were arrested. So they accused us of being rebels. We tried to explain, but they didn't want to hear. They brought documents written in French and told us that we have to sign. And one of them told us the only way you can reasonably survive here is to accept what they are telling you. Then you will defend yourself when you get caught. But if you insist on denying, then you are most likely not going to make it beyond this place.
So why did you end up there?
Well, because the situation in Uganda was becoming increasingly hostile politically. I had had very many. One, I had been falsely accused of treason in Uganda, but the state failed to bring any evidence, and the court dismissed that case. After that, I was accused of robbery. They took me to court. I won that case because it never happened. They accused me of having committed robbery in a place in Kasese that I have even never gone to. And the person who was alleging that we stole his mobile phone and beat him up, he had said he was a hawker. But later we got evidence and proved in court that actually that person was a police officer. So I realized that I could really not stay there for long without eventually getting some real big trouble.
And what was your plan?
Well, the plan was that we get here, we go to any refugee agency, and then see whether we can be relocated to a third country.